Hey gamblers, welcome back to Shoulda Cash Out. And today we're going to review the GM Spin by Casino Quest, but the inside. So inside GM Spin. We reviewed the all across GM Spin. Now we're just going to focus on the inside. So the 5, 6, 8, 9 GM Spin. Now, we got a little bit of a rant to get through real quick on a few different things I feel like we need to cover. Well, first of all, I took y'all's feedback on the graphic. Y'all really don't like it. And honestly, I didn't really like the review graphic myself. I felt like it was very kind of, here's the best bets based on the house edge and whatnot. And if you've been with us for any amount of time, you know that I could give a rat's ass about house edge. I'm not a math guy. I am a common sense player. So change the graphic to fit more our personality on what we feel are the best bets. So you'll see A plus as the don't come. An A is the lay 4. B is the 6 and 8. A C is the field. And then finally the hard ways. If you've been around me, you know that unless the field is with a specific strategy, I don't like the field. And you'll certainly never hardly see me play the hard ways. Okay? So that graphic, the new one, will fit more our personality. It might rub y'all the wrong way, but get over it. Okay? This is my opinion. A plus, no 4 or no 10 is an A. This is your B, 6 and 8. C is the field. F is the hard ways. Okay? Just get over it. It's my grading scale. It fits our personality. All right, now, if you're finding us for the first time, we'd love to have you on a permanent basis. Please subscribe. If you're returning, we absolutely love your support. Y'all are amazing. Y'all are why we do this. Please continue what you're doing. Like, hype, comment. Now, let's get into the rant. The spicy, which y'all been waiting for, I guess. This stems from Dice Data running the Terrific Step system where subscribers had sent in, said it has a 97% win rate. I went in with, and he did it with his bots, and it came up right at 93%. I ran it through Claude myself this time, and it came up with 95.92%. So all these different AI models are still in the range of almost 93 to 97%. Almost an absurd win rate. Okay? You would think people would be so happy that we found something that's over 90%, that you can confident go to the casino, buy in, and you have a 93 to 97% chance of walking out a winner. You think everyone would be super happy. Not so much the case. For whatever reason, that 93 to 97 isn't good enough for some of y'all. Y'all focus, well, what about the 3 to 7% of the time you lose your bankroll? What about what are you playing now that's might lose your bankroll? Are you playing something that has a better win rate? That's what I can't figure out about some of you craps players. And I'm calling you out now. I cannot, for the life of me, figure out why you're complaining about a system that wins 95% of the time. Why do you straight go to, well, the other 5% of the time you lose your bankroll? What are you playing now that doesn't lose your bankroll 5% of the time? Right? I don't get it. This is where roulette people are actually way smarter than craps people. You buy in at the roulette table, you play 5 double streets on a single zero wheel, you're going to win like 81% of the time. You don't hear roulette people say, oh, what about the 19% of the time I'm going to lose? What then? What that's telling you, when it has an 81% win rate, play it less than 8 times. So play the double streets maybe 5 times and walk. So when we're telling you, I'm telling you, this has a win rate of 95%, or Dice Data is telling you it has a 93%, that doesn't mean go to the casino and play it 100 times in a row. It means play it 6 or 7, 8 times and leave. Not all at once, but when I say leave, find the next high win rate system, play that 6 to 8 times, find the next high win rate system. Because the longer you play the same system, the casino is going to get you. There's no way around that. There's no way around that. The longer you play a system, the more chances it has to fail. So pick a high win rate, play it 6 to 8 times, find a new one. Play it 6 or 8 times, find a new one. Nobody's sitting there telling you to play something 90-something times. Okay? I mean, I feel like this is common sense, which right now the world's completely lacking. Not to get into that, but guys, we make these high win rates. Okay, forget the terrific stuff, the retirement plan. All right? By Ken and Waylon. Excellent system. Dice Data ran it. It had like a 81 to 85% win rate. Okay, I'm going to take it and I'm going to play it 6 times, get my money, and then find something else. You would think that would be the response in the comments. No. The response is, well, you're going to lose like 15% of the time, and that's like $6,000 or $10,000, you know. No one's telling you to play it over and 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 over. Play it 5 times, find something else. It blows my mind when people are like so focused on the negative. And it comes back to the old wise tale. There was a math teacher, and he was trying to prove a point to his students. He was doing the multiplication, the times table. He did the times, like 9 times 1 is 9, all the way through. And when he got to 9 times 10, which is 90, he put 100. Everyone in the class started laughing at him. He just turns around and says, well, what about the first 9 that I got right? Kids, shut up. So quit focusing on the negative. Some of these systems have a high win rate. Take it for what it is. Go to the casino, play it 5, 6, 7 times, and then move on to the next one. Okay? So, thanks for sticking with me. I had to get that off my chest. I'm sure we haven't heard the last of it. I'm sure I'll have to go on another rant. But anywho, let's get into it. Hopefully I didn't run you off. But here we go. GM spin inside Casino Quest. Wait for a point. 110. First hit pays 35. Say it was on the 9. You're going to drop in 15 bucks, or the easiest, just grab the red, toss the dealer that, go up to 75. Now you're looking to hit that again. If you hit that again, then you'll come back down to base. Okay? But if you hit like an 8, you're going to toss in a quarter, go to 90. Right? And then at this point, like if you hit a 9, you'll come down on the 9, but leave the 8 juiced. If you hit a third number, let's say you hit the 6, 35, you're going to come down on everything. Come down on everything, you're out of the hand. Okay? So it's a little bit different than the all-across GM spin, where 3 hits you can get out of the hand safely. That was my biggest issue with the all-across, is even if you get 3 hits, you're not out of the hand. And that's why I would rather do the all-across GM spin, and then if need be, reduce to the 110 after the third roll. But that was on my caveats list of tweaks and adjustments to raise the grade. So, not doing any tweaks or adjustments. We're grading it as is. All right? $1,000 bankroll. Let's get some dice. Let's roll. Let's do it. 639. All right. Everything's working. 314. Aces. 325. All right, let's go in 35. Easiest, just toss the dealer a green and pull back the red. All right, here we go. Looking for the 5. Yo 11. Hard 4. 6 to 8. 35. Toss in a green. Looks good. Midnight. 213. Hard 8. We got our pressed up juiced hit. So that's going to win 105. You come down on the 8. We can leave the 5 juiced. All right, here we go. 639 hit the point. Now, I know those boys at Casino Quest would be pressing to the moon, but we're going to be reasonable here. Okay? We're going to go up to 35. Coming out, bets are off. 617 on the come out. 639, back on the 9. Here we go. 527. All right. Here we go. So we're up a little bit of money on that. 516. we're all set. 426, shotgun the point. You're going to toss in a green, go to 90. Puck's off, coming out. 5-2 on the come out. 4-3 on the come out. Aces. 3-2-5. Mark it up. All right, looking for the 6. 3-2-5. Shotgun the point. 35. Toss in a green. Go to 75. Coming out. 2-1-3. Aces. 2-1-3. 3-2-5. Back on the 5. All right. Looking for the 5 or the 6. Nope, that's the 6-1. So this is a lot like double tap on steroids. It's a more aggressive version, which this style of system fits the boys over at Casino Quest's play style. They like to get very aggressive at the craps table. Hard 8. And that's fine. I mean, it comes down to play style, risk. You're not going to gather up those small wins. You're looking for like kind of a monster roll and just hammer the casino for like $1,000, you know, versus just being conservative, winning $100 to $200, you know, just different play styles. All right, looking for the 6 or the 8 would be ideal. There's the 9. All right, that's our third hit. So we're going to come down on everything. That way we're out of the hand. All right, here we go. 5-1-6. We're going to collect that, and we'll press it the next one. That way we have profit in the rack. Aces. 4-2-6. We'll go to 60. Heart 4. Yo 11. 3-2-5. We'll go to 35. Rack the green, coming out. 3-2-5. See, I wonder what the win rate of this system is. It's probably around, if I had to guess, 4-3-7. If I had to guess the win rate of this system, it's probably around 60%. If you had actually, it would probably be higher if you had a $100 win goal. Because one sequence, like if you hit the 9, press it up, and then you hit the 9 again, you're at your win goal. So I think something, if you had a win goal of like $100 to $150 with a $1,000 bank, I bet it would have a very high win rate. But with the way the boys are and their mindset of hammering down, I think the win rate would be somewhere around 55, 60%. Because, I mean, they're trying to win at least probably $500 half their bankroll. They don't ever really talk about that in their videos. So it's hard to like know what they're thinking. We have to base it on what they do kind of in the casino in their live gameplay. Because they do go live in the casino with their big birds and all that. So we just have to speculate if they have a win goal or not. I think if they, with like this $1,000, if they tried to just win $100, it would be very successful. All right. Because we would have had the win goal on the first shooter. All right, coming out. Bankroll's dwindling. Tough to get 3 hits sometimes. $18 ways to win, 6 ways to lose. You know, that's 3-1 over the 7, but you trying to get 3 wins to equal the 7 is kind of tough sometimes. 4-2-6. Two, 3. 2-3 again. Heart 6. There we go. Hit a repeater. $105 looks good. And we're out of the hand. All right, let's go. Yo 11. 4-3-7. Good thing we got out of the hand. And we got profit. All right, coming out. Hard 10. Three, 9. Looking for the 9. Hard 6. Looking for the 6 or the 9. Nope, that's the 7. It's hard to get 3 hits, folks. I know that doesn't seem like much. Oh, come on, shooter. But there's 18 ways. 6 ways of the 7. Okay? That's pretty much, for lack of a better way of explaining, a coin flip to get 3 hits on the inside. I know y'all are going to probably dissect that. Oh, it's not a coin flip. SEO, come on now. Mathematically, this. Whatever, dude. In my mind, you need 3 hits before 1-7. 4-2-6. Four, 2, 6. All right. Now we're working, looking for that 6 again. 2-3. 5-4-9. I need some greens. Right there. We got our 3rd hit. So everything comes down. Back to the rack. All right, here we go. 5, 3, 8. We're going to rag it. 2, 1, 3. 5, 3, 8. We're going to go to 60. 7. All right. 6, 2, 8. All set. 6, 2, 8. Coming out. Aces. 2, 1, 3. Hard 6. Oh, that's the point. My bad. There we go. All right, looking for the 8 now. 5, 1, 6. Shotgun the point. Coming out. 6, 2, 8. All right, now we need the 6 or 8. Hard 8, we'll take it. 105. The 8 comes down, puck goes off. And coming up. Four, 1, 5. And we're coming up. 6 or 9. Hard 6. There we go. Let's win 105. And we'll rack that $100. Here we go. 5 or 9, Nina. We'll go to 50. 3, 1, 4. We're on the 4. 5, 4, 9. 75 for 5. We'll go to 75. Rack to 50. 6, 3, 9. We're going to fully rack. Now, let's evaluate. If we pull down, we've got really good profit. So let's just take a mental note of that. We've got 300, 500, that's 800, 900, 1,000. So 1,010. So this $10 and everything we've got out here, which is 125, 200, 230, 240. We're in $240 profit if we pull down. All right? So here we go. I know those boys would keep going, so we'll just keep going. No, should have pulled down, boys. All right, let's talk about it. Let's count it up and let's talk. All right, so 300, 800, 900, 1,000, up, we're up $10. But we pulled down, we would have been up 240. Okay, so let's talk about this strategy. And I'm going to pop the, here in a bit, I'm going to pop the graphic on the screen. So let's talk about it. Who's this strategy for? It's for the person, the way it's designed, the person who's looking for a jackpot. The person who's looking to take $1,000 and try to win 500 or double their money to 2,000, win $1,000. It's designed specifically for the person, hey, I've got $1,000. Let's try to get it. Okay? And so I have to kind of grade it on who this strategy is for. Is this strategy for the daily paycheck person? It could be. It absolutely could be. If you brought 1,000 and you're just looking to win 100 to 150, if you hit one of those repeaters, you're at win goal. Bam. So this definitely could be for the daily paycheck player. But I don't think that's what the boys over at Casino Quest are going for. They're going for hammer down, hammer on the casino. So, does it do a good job of that? It can be extremely tough to get the 3 inside hits. Okay, as you saw, it can be very tough. It can be tough to get a repeater. I would say you're more likely, honestly, from playing this, I would say you're more likely to get a repeater than you are to get 3 inside hits on 3 different numbers. That's just me playing. I would lean towards you're more likely to get a repeater. So, now I'm going to pop the graphic. I've changed it, so we've got the hard ways is a fail. The field is a C. The 6 and 8 are a B. The no 4 is an A. And the DC is an A+. As this is, with their mindset in mind, I give it a B. A place 6 and 8. What can we do to make it an A? The first adjustment with this strategy specifically is the mindset. Quit chasing the jackpot. Try to get your 100 to 150 and leave. Instantly takes it to an A. But what could get it to an A+? I tell you what, doing the all across, doing the GM spin all across, now the 3 hits, and no matter what, so you win 35, 35, and maybe you win a 50. Maybe you hit the 4, okay? You hit the 5, you hit the 8, and then you hit a 4. Immediately go down to 110. You've got $10 profit. And then you can go. So you still play the GM spin, but you go from the 160 to 110. That would make it an A. And from here, you could collect the first hit, right? and then start the GM spin all over again. So you win 35, toss in that, go there. So you go across, GM spin it for 3 hits, reduce to 110, collect the first hit, then after that, GM spin it to jackpot. And I might actually try that. You might actually see old SCO go for a jackpot. It would be kind of our first ever jackpot system. So be looking for that. I kind of teased it just now of more than likely what I've got in mind for it. But you'll just have to wait and see. Stay tuned. And till then, y'all be excellent to each other.